I'm going to preface this video by saying this is not medical advice. I am not your medical doctor. This is my experience and my opinions. I'm not really sure that I'm gonna post videos on this channel anymore. Remains to be seen, but I wanted to give a quick update on how I'm doing because I just realized that today is October 10th. Per the wind, per the fall leaves changing, the Halloween decorations. And October 10th is the 1-year anniversary of me posting a video of me running for the first time in the woods since being diagnosed with runner's dystonia. And I had ran for like a minute and then I repeated it to 15 seconds and I was just like sobbing and crying. And that was one of my most watched videos and a really powerful moment, I think, for anyone who has been through the diagnosis of runner's dystonia or had similar challenges. And damn, I've come so far since then. And I've had some major ups and downs, but major ups. Don't listen to the downs. And the last 5 months have been absolutely freaking amazing. And I have really thrown out the medical model for treating runner's dystonia. I do not believe it's a neurological disorder. I believe it's a psychological disorder, and I have treated it that way since the beginning of May. Because at the beginning of May, I was in a really bad place again, and I had this like flare up that I was like, this doesn't even like make any sense why this flare up is happening. Because back then I was still treating it medically, and I had done my second round of Botox that I ever did, and I had been taking medication, and I'm like, this doesn't even make any sense because it just happened on a walk again where I had a flare up like in a second basically, and it got worse over the course of the walk. And I'm like, this has nothing to do with my brain changing. Like, this has nothing to do with Botox. This has nothing to do with medication. This is just because I'm going through a stressful moment right now, and basically this is horse shit. So we're going to treat this like a psychological disorder. So throughout the medical model and started treating it psychologically using the teachings of Dr. Sarno, who wrote the Mindbody Prescription Healing Back Pain, among other books, among other practitioners, medical doctors, psychologists who treat Mindbody Syndrome, otherwise known as Tension Myositis Syndrome, which Dr. Sarno originally called it. And I just started running again on pavement like a normal person, not like going to the trails all scared or going to the dirt roads. And it was hard. And all I did was say, I know I'm afraid of running right now for whatever reason. I could make hours and hours of videos of why that is, but I don't need to be afraid of running. It is not inherently dangerous. It's not going to hurt me, and my body knows what to do. I know it knows what to do because there'd be times I'd be walking or running, and during the course of that walk or run, like, I'm virtually normal. So it's not some circuit that's like permanently ingrained in your brain that can't change. The normal circuit's still there. You are just having the barrier and the fear and the resistance to accessing it. So that's what I've done. And I just did one of my favorite distances, which is the much underappreciated quarter marathon, 6.55 miles. And I did it all on pavement, and I did it at a 7:28 average pace. And that's not to like brag about my pace or pace shame anyone, because there's people that are way faster than me. There's people that are slower than me. But I just want to let you know that for reference, that's about 20 seconds slower than what I would have done 2 years ago. So that's pretty freaking good. I've run maybe, 110 times now total, including like little 1-minute runs that I called runs. And so it's been a year, and I've gotten to 8 miles, and I've done a bunch of 10Ks, and I'm running really consistently like 3 or 4 miles, just kind of my day-to-day routine. I still take plenty of days off because I'm still really dealing with like chronic pain, and that's kind of really my biggest barrier right now. I would say that my run, dystonia wise, this run was, I would say 80-90% normal, like approaching more than 90% normal of how I used to feel. So I feel amazing, and I know I'm on the right path, and I'm going to continue to do that. But in terms of this channel, I don't know, man, like, I don't want to put the fear out there because like that really messed with me. Like, and I hope that my channel gave people hope and it didn't continue to instill fear, but I don't want to continue to put information out there that I don't feel is accurate in treating runner's dystonia like a neurological medical disorder, because I 100% believe it is a psychological disorder. I 100% believe it's a part of Mindbody Syndrome, Tension Myositis Syndrome. Look it up, embrace it, do the work. Other people have recovered from focal dystonias using this work. It's true. It's totally true. So I don't know, that's where I'm at, but I figured I'd give the update because I appreciate everybody that's watched. I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate the likes. It's totally true. Like what everyone said in like the Facebook group Runners Dystonia, it's like, why does no one get better? Well, no, people do get better, and then they like run, like literally run and run far away from the community because you don't want to stay in it once you've gotten out of it. And I'm not like saying I'm 100% out of it. And, you know, I know flares still may come, and, you know, I still need to think about my dystonia when I run and just kind of be, you know, careful about it. But like, yeah, I don't want to continue to talk about it because it's a trauma, it's a hell. And I am really freaking triggered by people who are not doing so well. And it's not even that. It's not by people who are not doing so well. I'm really triggered by people who are not doing well and they tell you you can't get better, or they don't have any hope to get better. And like, I think the last thing I said in that Facebook group was like, read this book, Defying the Verdict by Tamara Gurin. She recovered from focal dystonia. It was in her hands, but she used this approach and she inspired me, and this is what I'm doing, and I'm getting better. And of course, like, that was not received well. So goodbye. If you don't believe it, I can't help you. But I beg of you to look into Tension Myositis Syndrome, Mindbody Syndrome. I beg of you. And dystonia is not mentioned very often, but it is sometimes mentioned. And trust me, it's that you can cure yourself if you do the psychological work. I promise you. So I'll put some information down in the description about Mindbody Syndrome, Tension Myositis Syndrome, Dr. Sarno, and I hope you look into it. And I know that everyone can recover from this. I know it in my heart. It's just people are working, trying to fix it the wrong way because they're not addressing the real problem underneath it, which is psychological, not physical, not medical.